Alright, it is May 12th, it is Mother's Day. I am still feeling really bad from yesterday about breaking the ring, dropping 2 pistons, but today I'm going to show you how to measure for your head gasket. You got to know how much clearance you need between the valve and the piston, so I'm going to show you how to do that today. What you need is your cylinder head, you don't need the gasket, and you'll need anything else like your cams, your rocker arms, and your lifters. Mine are solid lifters, so I'll have to set mine up, but it'll be pretty close. You also need kind of like blue tack, like wall tack. This stuff's like kind of like Play-Doh putty. You just stick it to a piece of paper and stick it on the wall. This is some really good stuff. Yeah, there's some other stuff you can get, but this will do just fine. It's a normal household product or office supply. So I've already waited a couple minutes for the dust to settle, so it's safe to take the cylinder head out and uncover the block here, which I'll do in a couple seconds. So I don't know if you all remember the video I did about the cylinder head, but 1mm oversized valves, it comes pretty close. 50cc chambers, and it's been resurfaced for an MLS hermetic head gasket. Crowd stage 2 cams, lifter, upgraded lifters, valve springs, and titanium retainer from Crower, and port and polish exhaust and intake ports, along with bronze valve guides. So last night I finished up after the video, putting the studs back in the top. I'm going to do this today. I also did notice I will have to gut a little bit of the bottom end because some of the connecting rods get really close to the sidewall, but I'll do that here in a little bit. So all I'm going to do now is just take off the nuts. These are going to be stuck. Okay. There we go, drop it again. At least it was the nut this time, not an important part like a piston. Those aside. And again, I'm going to go back and clean this up because a little bit of oil did get on top of the deck surface. But just like the saying, cleaning this is right next to godliness. Okay, so that's all cleaned off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring center 2 pistons, cylinder 2 and 3, up to TDC. And yes, these do get a little difficult to turn when you get more resistance in them. If it binds, then you know I've got a problem, but this one isn't binding, so all I'm going to do is be right about there. So there's TDC. Okay. Take a precision straight edge like this one. Do not drop this. I repeat, do not drop one of these. It is not fun. Now I'm going to see how far on the edges the pistons come out. So I want, start with 5. 5 is a good number. Okay, so not 5. It's going to be smaller. About 3? No. No. Okay, what's the smallest 2 I have? So there's about 1,000. So this is pretty dead even almost with the top of the deck. Okay. So now that I know it's about top dead even, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the cylinder head again. I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can today. I've gotten tired of uploading 3.5 gigabyte files to YouTube yesterday and last night that I passed out at my desk. So, okay, so I'm going to take cylinder 2 or 3, it doesn't matter, they're all going to be roughly the same. So I'm going to do 1 intake and 1 exhaust, or 2 intakes and 2 exhausts. I'll probably do both just to be sure. Come on. Don't play coy with me. Don't play coy with me. These solid lifter conversion kit are actually for the SRT4 engine, but the cylinder heads are almost identical in measurements. So I'm not afraid to use these. There we go. That one fit better. Come on, fit. Alright. And then I'm going to take 4 roller rockers. These are actually really called full floating rockers. Comes up a little high. Well, sometimes they're also known as cam followers. Yep, I'm gonna have to take the cam out. So I need, looks to be like an 8 and a 10. Eight and 10. I'm just going to set these aside in order. That's why I know which ones are go where, but these are also marked on the caps. Okay. Okay, so here's one cam. This is the exhaust cam, as you will see. It's been pre-lubed in here for a little bit, just for fitting it. Make sure it doesn't bind up. Now this becomes a little tricky, trying to keep all the cam followers on while you put the cam in. It does get a little difficult. Cam back in. 2, 3 left, 4 left, 5 left, and 6 left rear. After you snug each bolt, make sure the cam's able to turn. That way you know which cap is binding or which bolt is binding it up. I'm just snugging this down. I'm not doing much with it. I'm not going to torque these until I'm ready. Plus I have different bolts I'm going to use on torque. Okay. Now for intake. Take 2. Timing. Wow, I already spent that much time. I'm gonna have to stop soon, load it off the camera, and then come back. Probably gonna be spending countless hours on this engine already. Okay, so here's the intake cam. Gently lift it up. I'm gonna set it aside. I'm gonna put these cam followers in. So, cam back in. It's got to go in a certain position, otherwise it won't go in. There it goes. And now we put the cams back on. I'm going to work from the center out, so I try not to distort the cam at all. Okay. Snug. Still rotates just fine. Okay. I'm going to stop here and we'll be back in a bit.